This is intro to bio. Okay, so biology, how we define it. Bio means life, logy means study. If you think about psychology, that's study of mind. Sociology, study of socio means group of organisms, and logy means study again. Psych means mind, logy means study. Archaeology, the term archaeo means old, so study of old things. So this is scientific study of life. The word scientific is important because we always try to find evidence for whatever hypothesis or whatever theory we're working on. Why is this important? Why do we have to study biology? So right now, I know that we know a lot of organisms, but that's only a fraction. I believe it's 1 or 2% of the total organisms on Earth. And then all these species, they are dying out. They are going extinct at very high speed. So they want to find new species. That's why you might be studying biology. And also there is a urgency right now. The oceans are getting acidic. There's global warming going on right now. We have coronavirus. So they want to discover new species and new methods to deal with those things. So that's why maybe people study biology. So that's why this is important. Okay, so the building block of light, of living things and non-living things, those are atoms. And if you take chemistry, you might have heard this before, the word atom, and maybe you're taking it right now. But if not, so atoms are building blocks that make up living things and non-living. So atoms are something that's making up this living fish here in this photo, and they're also making this bicycle here. But there is something different between these. So maybe there's some essence to life, the way it's organized that gives it life, versus makes it non-living. So atoms are building blocks of life. Here again, atom is the fundamental building block of all matter. On this photo, you can see it's going from smaller to bigger to bigger to bigger to organism. So a human. So you have an atom. It can be a hydrogen atom. It can be an oxygen atom. It can be maybe, I don't know, nitrogen atom. And then once those atoms come together, so let's say this is the hydrogen atom. You have two hydrogen atoms here and maybe another oxygen atom. It's going to make a molecule. That's water molecule. And then those molecules come together. Maybe they make a carbohydrate. That's called a macromolecule. Macro means big. So it's a bigger molecule than this. Then these macromolecules are going to make organelles. This is showing the mitochondria as an organelle. And then organelles going to make the cells. So the cell is the smallest unit of life. The organisms can be single-celled or they can be multicellular. So there are some organisms, they're just one cell, or they can be multicellular. So they can be multicellular organisms. And these cells, they can come together and they can make tissues. You have your epithelial tissue, that's your skin. You have your muscle tissue. So those are a bunch of cells that are coming together that's making those tissues. And then you have your connective tissue or your, so that's basically making your fat. That's one example. There's a lot of lots of type of connective tissue in your body. So those tissues come together and they make the organs. They make your heart. So cardiac muscle makes your heart, and they make your stomach. They make your intestines. They make your kidneys. So different types of tissue come together, make the organs, and that forms an organ system. It's a system. It all works together. So maybe food has to go through the small intestine, the large intestine. Pancreas produces some juices for the food to digest, and the sugars get stored in the liver. So it's a system that's being formed together. This organ system is going to make the organism. So that's you, that's us, organism. So we started from atom, and then we came to bigger scale, increasing scale to organism. So atom, molecule, cell, and organism. When they're looking for life, so when they're looking for life on other planets, they're not really necessarily looking for the types they show in movies. Maybe they're just looking for a single cell there. So it can be just, maybe a bacteria there. That's what they're looking for. Next, so I said this makes an organism and a population of, or a group of organisms. So you guys in my class, you guys are a group. So you're a population. So group of individuals, maybe in my class in a given area is a population. And different populations coming together. So in the South Bay, there's not only humans, that's not only us, there's birds, there's trees. So all those different populations together make a community. And then we have an ecosystem, a community interacting with its environment. So maybe, so when I say environment, that means weather, climate, the amount of water that's there. If there's not a lot of water, that's gonna make a desert ecosystem. If there's a lot of water, maybe that's a tropical rainforest type of ecosystem. So that's the ecosystem. It's living and non-living. So the living, maybe in the desert, is the plants, some maybe animal species. Non-living would be the soil, the weather. So that's ecosystem. Biosphere, we have only one sample size for that, and that's the planet Earth. Planet Earth includes all the ecosystems, so all the regions, it includes the desert, it includes the tropical rainforest, it includes the tundra, so all different types of ecosystem all together. That makes the biosphere, and that's the Earth. So we have only, right now, we have only one biosphere. We have only one sample size for that. So that's the Earth. Are there any questions on the slides I have covered so far? No, so we're good. Okay. So this is a picture from your book. So I left it blank. I recommend that you maybe start with the atom, right? Definition, fundamental unit of life, go to molecule, then move on to the cell and go through the whole, maybe going from smallest to biggest, maybe the biosphere. So you can use this picture to write the names and then the definitions to help you memorize the organization. So these are different levels of organization. We will go from the smallest to the largest.